What's up, everyone? How are you guys? I'm Gregor for 11 Heroes. I'm gonna walk you through the WCOFF and Weekly Monster Tournament today. You have the opportunity actually to send me your teams. I will take a look at it, give you my honest feedback. I will send you the link to our Discord in the YouTube chat. Let me find a link, 1 second. You are more than welcome to host me your links, to host me your teams. I know it's, I think everyone is going to make a secret out of it, out of their WCOFF teams. But maybe you're brave and show it to the public. So link will be there now. Yo boy, yo Eskimo, how are you, my friend? Very loyal. You are the best. Thanks for tuning in again. Are you playing any weekly monsters today? I have no problem showing you my weekly teams, actually. We can go through them if you want. This is one of them. Basically telling the story that City is gonna rock it, but not very much except Sterling, and which allows me to go to a team that's probably slightly under-owned, given they are in a pretty good spot, which is Tottenham. And there's basically no chance you can play Tottenham if you are spending your money on either City or Liverpool in like a full stack. So therefore I try to create some leverage, and which is the reason why I chose Sterling together with Kane, Davies and Reguilon. I think Newcastle can also have a big impact, because I think Digne is gonna be very, very he's just gonna be owned so much. I don't know. I mean, he was owned last week already, and I think seeing him being on so many set pieces doesn't make him less appealing. I think he's gonna be at least 23%, I would guess. You can tell me what your estimate is in the chat. Hey Aaron, what's up? My team is there. Okay, let me take a look at your team. I'm excited. Okay, let me pull it in so everyone can see it. There we go. Oh, I was thinking for a second, wow, is it my team? But actually, it looks kind of similar. I think you've done a very smart thing. Okay, you have Salah captain. I think if you're playing City, I think you should probably I think if you're playing a City captain, I think you should probably go for James Ward-Prowse as your vice captain. There's a lot of risk underlying picking a City captain, because I think Pep it could be one of those days against Norwich where Pep is just all over the place, especially with Champions League coming up. But I think, what is your position in the tournament, Aaron? Yeah, I think Eskimo was saying Rafinha will be higher owned. I think so too. I actually think there's like 2 very mispriced players in this week's slate, and I think it's Digne. I think he's just too cheap, and I think it's Mesli for Leeds. And therefore, if you are like building at least some kind of correlation and want to stack out those players, you're probably gonna pivot to Rafinha first. And I don't think James is gonna have a repeat performance like this. I think Rafinha is still your best choice, and I think Digne is just going very naturally with Watkins. He's gonna offer you 3 points safe. He will be ahead of Ings. So even if Ings starts, you have the safety net. And Coutinho just looked so good and so involved. And I think his involvement won't be any less now that Buendia is out. Aaron's place is 228. I think there's considerable strategy differences that you have to make depending on your position in the tournament right now. And place 220. Let me check. How many points do you have if you are placed 228? You are probably 55 points or something. 63. Okay, it says it right there. Okay, I mean, I think you can still have a pretty good finish to the tournament if you manage to score well. I don't think you can make up the difference with Salah though. I think Salah is going to be very highly owned in the top, probably 30% of tournament. I think if you want to make up points, you cannot pick Salah captain. That is my first choice. Is Misli a good pick? I think Misli is the best captain, the best goalkeeper pick for this week, in my opinion. He always has those saves, and he's just a little bit too cheap. If you compare it salary wise, he's in this bracket of 6 to 6.5 million players that you usually just have. You actually just have Sa from Wolves, Pope, and Gunn. And if you take a look at their clean sheet stats, it's becomes very clear, I think, that Misli is the best one. Let me check it 1 second. Norwich, Watford, and Burnley. So, yeah. Misli has 22%, and Pope has 11, and he's a million less. Sa has 22. Okay, so Sa is actually not that bad either. I just realized, but he's a considerably bigger underdog. He has 17% to win for Wolves, and Leeds has 32% to win. So I think Leeds has the chance to have much more open game, where I think the Wolves are just gonna try to not lose basically. Okay, Aaron can't wait. He's saying how can I change my team? Okay, Aaron, let's go through it again. So I think in order to make up points, you pretty much have to go with Manchester City. I think Sterling is your best captain choice. And you still think Sa is better? Yeah, if you think so, you feel free to play him. I think it's pretty close. I think both are pretty good options. I would do it like this. Let me see, how can I do it so you don't see my team? Give me a second. I'm currently in 20th place, so I really would like to share my team with you, but I hope you understand I cannot. There's just too much value if someone in the top 20 is. Yeah, if there's place 16 is watching and he just copies my lineup, he's guaranteed to be ahead of me if we both hit, and I don't think it's the worst lineup. So you have, let's start off with, I think if you're building a team, you should always start off with your captain. I think Sterling is your best bet, as I said. I would then try to just procedure wise, how do I make the most out of my time? How do I build teams quickly? If you want to learn something for your weekly monsters teams as well, I would just finish this one off really quickly. I think this is probably the best stack you could do. I think going 2 City players in the back is slightly too expensive, even though I think they're probably very likely to not concede a goal against Norwich. You can tell me what you prefer. I want to play Meslier, Semedo, and Ait Nouri, but I think it's too much risk. Yeah, it's too much risk. I think Eskimo. I think really something that's really underestimated. I don't know how nobody has a problem with it. It's because I guess it's because everyone just focuses on, okay, let's get a scorer in there, but pick favorites. There's no reason you shouldn't hunt to get the best winning chances on the pitch. And I don't understand why no one seems to be bothered by just picking underdogs in their team. It's long term, it's not a good strategy because long term they're gonna lose most of the time. So anyway, Mahrez will not play Cancelo also. Foden, Grealish, Sterling. Are you sure? I've seen all the estimates I have seen is that Cancelo is in. I have like 50-50 between Mahrez playing and not playing. I have seen Sterling playing. Therefore, I think Sterling is the best captain and like actually the only captain choice, I think. I have also seen Grealish projected in every lineup, but I still think there's no way you can pick it just because his safety net with Rodrigo is just so weak. Okay, yeah. I mean, if Cancelo isn't playing, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, you could still just try to save the money and do it like this, and if you really want to risk it, yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just picking City is just a risky endeavor. What can I say? It is risky. I don't know. You have to decide for yourself. I don't want to be responsible for anything, but it is tough. It is tough call. I think spending 11.4 million on a defender that has not the upside of someone like Trent or Cancelo is very expensive. Sterling will probably not play 90 minutes as well. He's probably just get some rest and then he's gonna bring in Mahrez or something for like at least a little bit of time. Well, either way, Aaron, let's take a look at your team. What you had some, yeah, your team is a little bit all over the place. I think it's not a good strategy in the spot you are. I think you basically just have a chance to finish in a good position. There's also like very small steps between like cashing in 60th place and cashing in like 48th place. It's basically just a few $100. I know it's still a lot of money, but considering the buy-in, it's really not that much, and therefore I would still try my best to just get the win, like get ladder as much as you can. So we can still see. I think a West Ham in the back with two players defending is a very good option. I think I don't want to pick Zuma for obvious reasons, but I think this is still the best stack you could do. As I said, I think you have to pick Southampton when playing a City captain, just so you can give the vice captain to one of your Southampton players. I think you should either probably pick Breuer or Ward-Prowse. The problem is if you pick two City midfielders and Ward-Prowse, you are stuck with too little slots in your midfield. And it's going to make it tough on you to build a nice team. And this is pretty much the way I go around building a team. I just try to complete my triple stack. Then I look for another triple stack which doesn't cost too much in the defense. I add a goalkeeper and a player that correlates like pretty well and isn't like destroying your lineup. And then you have money left, and then you just see what you can afford. You have like 29 million left, so we can limit our choices to 10 million and see what teams are sticking out. You see You could go for Brighton, which I think is a pretty popular choice. I think Watford is probably going to play very defensively. I'm not sure how well Brighton is suited to like crack their defense, but I think it's a viable option. You cannot go for Leicester since you're West Ham. Excuse me. You could do Newcastle, Aston Villa. Either one is fine. And yeah, if you would go, I think Aston Villa, you could easily do something like this and still have some money in the bank, and you could see if you want to upgrade something. Maybe you could, yeah, I don't know. You're picking Southampton because you just want to have the safety, but you could obviously pick a slightly better team. Pedro Schulz, why are we speaking English? It's English stream today. It's something new. It's to celebrate the WCOFF, and I therefore want to incorporate as many people as possible, don't alienate anyone, and that's why we are doing English today. I don't know if we're gonna stick to it in the future. Let's see. Depends how much you like it. Actually, leave us a like if you're here already and enjoying the stream. I'm gonna give you another option. You could obviously, I think something which is not to underestimate is Trippier is probably gonna miss the game. Therefore, I think Fraser's value is gonna increase because he's gonna take a bunch of set pieces. With this option, you're gonna have 2.4 million left. I mean, you could still just risk it and go with Cancelo, since you can basically afford it. If he starts, you're good. If he doesn't start, yeah, you don't care because you still have a bunch of money in the bank. I like this lineup. I think if this hits, you can still get into the very top 10. Yeah, it is annoying that I didn't have Ramsey in my last team, but it's okay, I can live with it. Why are so many people going with West Ham in defense? I'm not sure. I think they're pretty decent. I think they are an okay team. There's quite a lot of options, I think, in this 7 to 8 million range. I think a leverage play, which you could pull off actually because you have a bunch of money left, is going for Everton, because I think just Messier and Rafinha are gonna be highly owned. Only downside to Everton is it feels like they cannot win without conceding, and they're missing some upside in their defense. I mean, Keane and Coleman can do something, but it's not amazing. And you could actually now, with the information that David gave us that Cancelo is out, you could easily afford this lineup, and you are in very good shape, I think. I think Everton is not going to be very popular. Calvert-Lewin is third highest scorer, I think, today, so you're in a very good spot with this team, actually. Actually, this team is really nice now that I see it. 400,000. You can have Ward-Prowse. Don't underestimate the value of the tiebreaker in the WCOFF. It can easily cost you a few $100 if you don't have one. I think it's your decision if you just like downgrade actually Laporte to Diaz to have 100k more in the bank, or did you go like, I don't know, Coleman to Holgate or something like this? I don't know. It depends, but I think that is a pretty good team actually. Servus, teacher, my friend. So, Aaron, I hope that helps. I think those are pretty good. Do you see what's happening with Holgate? He's just popping in and out. I'm not even touching my mouse, as you can see. Never mind. We can check. Let me check Discord if there are any new lineups. Jules has a lineup. Oh, and it's even it is a WCOFF lineup as well. Let me pull it up. There we have it. Is it totally on screen? It might not be. What are my value picks? I think value-wise, now I see it. You cannot see his strikers. He has Mopay and Daka. And his situation is he is 3 points behind the money line. Give me a second to think about it. So I think Fernandez is just he's not involved enough. I think he's not playing like he's playing just too deep. I think it's not like he's accumulating a lot of expected goals, but just not what's happening here? But just not but it's just unlucky finishing it. He just doesn't get into the right spots. I think if you want to be like very differential, I would go for Ronaldo. And I don't actually mind playing Fernandes as the second, like as your second Manchester United asset. I think it's pretty decent actually. I also think Rashford is quite okay. I think I would maybe even prefer Rashford. Defense-wise, yeah, I don't know. Varane, I have Varane in a bunch of my seasonal teams, and he had like three goals taken from him in like last couple of matches due to VAR. But I don't know. And Maguire doesn't have like it seems that he lost like his monopoly on corners, like on receiving corners. I don't know. You can pick either one, I guess. It's Manchester United defense is just really something else. Like last season's Shaw was so good and Maguire were so good. They were clearly standout choices, but now I don't know, whatever like fits your style the best. Is this a new thing that people play one-off captains? I don't know. People play everything. People play one-off captains. People play like quote-unquote cash lineups that you are like just trying to get into the money with. I don't know. I think with 100k on top, it's very important just to go for the win. And I said a week ago on Tuesday actually when the WCOFF started. There's 80k difference between first and fourth place, and I think everyone wants to be first place and not fourth. 20k is still nice money, but it's just like 3 points. And I think if you are stacking just like really consistently, you can get them much more likely than without stacking. I don't think Salah is gonna play 90 minutes. I think Diaz looked really nice. I think Jota looked nice. I think Firmino didn't play too bad. I think Mane is like still around the corner. I don't know. It's really tough who's gonna play 90 minutes. I think there might be some rest issues due to Champions League. Okay, but let's stick with Julka's team. I think it's just too expensive to go Liverpool defense without Salah. Yeah, basically. I think you just need to have 3 of them. Otherwise, you're just aiming for a clean sheet but paying a really high premium for it. I know Alex-Arnold and Dijk are a really nice combo, but it's Burnley. They are not like very likely to concede. You also make this like kind of random. I don't know. As I said, for the amount of money that the Liverpool defenders cost you, you really want them to score. It's not like you don't want them to score. And I think going for a 0-0 with Pope in the back, I know you would like the game script you're aiming at is it's gonna finish 0-0, and Pope is just gonna save a bunch of balls. But if it does finish like 0-0, you don't have to pay 24 million for 2 Liverpool defenders. You can get your clean sheet somewhere else. It's not like Liverpool have like 52% clean sheet and Spurs have like 50%, and Spurs is how much cheaper? It's like you can save like 3.5 million, and I think for 2%, because you don't want the upside because you have Pope in the back. So if you really want to do it like with Pope in the back, if you're saying I want the maximum amount of leverage, I think Salah and Liverpool is not gonna score against Burnley. We can play it like this. I think I would go with Weghorst in this case. You are definitely capable of going Son, I think, in this kind of team setup, because you are saving a bunch of money going for Liverpool, not going for Liverpool, but going for Man U and going for Burnley. So you are left with 28 million, and then you can still do something like this. I've seen you like Brighton. I think they're in a very good spot as well. And boom. And I think that's a great team, actually. David is saying blah blah blah. Boya or Adams. We will go after 60 minutes. Yeah, I think so too. I guess David is not playing Salah. I think if you are in a good spot right now, if you are like in the top 50 or something, I think you have to play Salah, just because probably everyone is going to play Salah, and you are like if he sucks, everyone is going to suck. I don't think it's a big advantage I don't think there's a big advantage to gain if you skip him. If you play Cancelo, it is too much risk in my opinion. That's why I don't play him, because there are too many options that will not play or not play 60 minutes. Yeah, I agree. I actually think Tottenham is a very good pick, considering the fact that they don't have Champions League around the corner, and they are pretty good favorite. Of course, there's the fact that they're playing Wolves, which is usually not a very high scoring game, but at least you know who you're targeting. You know that you want to have Son and Kane. Okay, David is top 40 in top 60. Good luck, my friend. Really hope you win. Hope you take it down. And I think I guess you don't go Salah, I think you have a pretty good shot at taking it down. I really like it. My goal is a money place for Aaron, and yeah, that's Aaron's lineup. If your goal is a money place, I think you should go for Salah, to be honest. I mean, having 63 points, you just really don't want to risk it then. There's a bunch of people that are like, I don't know, around 50 points, and they're not gonna pick Salah. So people that like really compete with you for the money spots, if their captain doesn't succeed, you're already in a pretty good spot. You might want to try Salah then. Salah, I think if you play Salah, I think you have to go with double Liverpool defense, because you really need that one clean sheet points. He's so expensive, and you also really want the Trent assist. It's like highly important as well. I think you can. I know I said last time I don't think Robertson Trent is a very good combo, but if you really want to take out some variance, I think it's a pretty good play. If you want to increase variance, I would leave out Robertson and go with Van Dijk to make some points, like in case Van Dijk scores. Pedro, I think the only thing pretty certain this week is that De Bruyne is not gonna get 90 minutes. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think he's gonna play 90 minutes. Diaz is not someone I would consider. You have no idea what Klopp's plan is with Diaz. You don't know if he's gonna start. You don't know anything. I actually think Gundogan, as always, is a pretty nice pick, but maybe for your monster teams and not for your WCOFF. Okay, so What do we have? Okay, Aaron, we can. Are you happy with the suggestions I made? Do you want to like work on your team any further? What's up? Just tell me, what do you prefer? Talking about predicting Man City lineups is a waste of time. I kind of agree. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Who after City? Offense is getting 90 probably. Aaron, if you really want to, I mean, if you pick Salah captain, you have probably zero chance of getting a top spot because you're just 20 points behind, and you cannot make up 20 points easily without Salah captain, like without your captain scoring multiple times. So if you want to limit yourself, go Salah, but it increases your chances to cash, but it decreases your chances of, or actually does not even decrease it, it minimizes your chances to get a good finish. Aaron, think about it for a few minutes, and we can still talk through it in a couple of minutes once you have made up your mind, if you want to. Oh, lineups are out. Let's see. Ronaldo is starting. Fernando, Rashford, Pogba, Sancho. Yeah, so I guess Fernandes is gonna play centrally and a little bit more in the back. I don't know. We can. How was his involvement in the last game? They played like this. Not very good, right? Let me check. He had like 0.02 xg, 0.33 xg, XA. I mean, 7 key passes though, which is pretty much a very high number. Yeah, maybe he's an option for your lineup. I wouldn't go so far to put him as a captain. I think it's overplayed. I think his goal threat is too small. If I knew he's on penalties, I would maybe change my mind, but don't think so. Yeah, AG is saying it. No surprises. Southampton. Standard, and Foster. Yeah, okay. Aaron, I know there's an option that starting won't play 90 minutes, but so is everyone else. I think from the top tier teams, I think you're only guaranteed to have Kane for 90 minutes and Son maybe for 90 minutes. And I think everyone else probably not play 90 minutes. I think Jota is probably going to sub off for Firmino. I think Salah might go off against or for anyone. I don't know who. Might be Diaz or Mane or I don't know who. And Ronaldo is probably gonna get a rest and probably not gonna make 90 minutes. And City won't get 90 minutes. Like, no one's gonna play 90 minutes probably. City. I don't know. Maybe Grealish might play 90. Gundogan might play 90. Bernardo Silva maybe might go off. And for like KDB, Sterling, Mahrez, Foden are probably gonna share 2 places. Maybe one will still play 90 minutes. I don't know. Okay, what can we do? If there's no more lineups to discuss, we could take a look at. We could actually. There's one more lineup. Amazing Red. I know he said he won't be in the live stream until 1 o'clock. but I can take a look at his lineup already. Stern. I actually like it. I actually don't mind it too much. I think Sterling is a good choice. I think it's risky to play Foden vice captain. As I said, I would go probably with Southampton. And yeah, I'm not sure if he's aware that Rafinha, that Fraser will take a lot of set pieces away from Trippier in case he's not starting. That's why I would probably put Rafinha behind Fraser and just put Fraser in. I think they're around the same price point, right? Leeds, Rafinha 8.8, and I think Fraser is 8.4. Yep, so you could easily afford it. And oh, here's Souček. I don't like Souček. You need to free up some money for Souček. I like to improve Souček. I think actually it's okay, but Bowen is just so dominating. How big is the gap? Very big. 1.5 million. You need Cresswell, I think. There's not much to gain. Brighton, not much to gain. You already have the cheapest City defender. Yeah, you might. I wouldn't start with Souček. I think I would make a trade-off and then get rid of Dunk and get rid of Sanchez and bring a cheaper defense in. Let me just write him because I know he's not gonna be here right now. Okay, I'm back, guys. Jules has adjusted his lineup. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so you are trying to win, which I like, but this it's still kind of it's still not consistent enough for me. You have Bowen now, but you also have Leicester in there, which doesn't make much sense in my opinion. Just kick out Bowen and. I mean, Sancho, fine, but as I just said, he had 3 key passes and compared to 7 key passes from Bruno last week. Sanchez, Reguilon. I think Sanchez is, I think, not a good pick because he doesn't have any upside other than corners, and I think if you have him, you should also aim to get Son in because he's taking all the corners. I mean, what can I say? I don't know which part of your team we can erase. I guess you want to have Brighton in there. I guess you have decided on Manchester United as your way to victory. I don't know. I mean, the team I'm showing you right now on screen, I think is just much better than the one you have built. I think, look, you have Son and the team that I have. You have Son, Rashford, and Maguire, 3 very big favorites, and in your team you have Bowen. West Ham is not really even a really big favorite. Leicester is like it's a very even game. It's not a favorite, and I think Weghorst is for 6 points. You cannot do much wrong, and I think Rashford is an upgrade compared to Sancho, and I also think Lamptey is an upgrade compared to Dunk. So I don't know. I like the team I've built more. I hope you could see it actually. Okay, now you've built something new, and you said you're gonna flip a coin. Oh, that's Aaron's lineup. It's not Jules' lineup. Okay, never mind. I will flip a coin which team I will choose. No, I don't think Trippier is a lock not to play. I think it's, let's see what Fantasy Football Scout has to say. It's 50-50. And if they say 50-50, I think he's a slight underdog to play. I mean, you are very heavily. I don't mind the team. I think it's actually pretty good. I would take out Kufal because I don't think he correlates too well with Bowen and Cresswell. I would pick Dawson. And if you can do it like then if you can bring yourself to pick Zuma, you could also play Zuma because I think he's probably not be very highly owned. But yeah, Kufal is just you don't need him. He's also more expensive than the two central defenders. Regular Emerson, Son, I like it. Yeah, I think you have like 3 Southampton assets is really a lot against Man United. They're really, really big underdog. I could live with 2, but I could very well live with 2 because you're kind of forced. Always have like one weaker team in your lineup, but 3 is a little bit much. And yeah, but it's fine. I guess it's fine. No problem with it. Why do you don't know? Kufal is just really not doing much for Cresswell. He's like playing on the opposite sides of the pitch. He's not really doing any crosses to Bowen. It's the only way in which they correlate is that they both or all 3 of them get clean sheet points. But you want to make up points. You don't want to be in a position to keep it safe, and therefore I think you would much rather prefer a header from Dawson or Zuma to score you 6 points. Yeah, you can change. You can get in Misley for Foster and try to go for Leeds, but you won't be able to afford Rafinha unless you get rid of, I don't know, Mahrez or something. It messes up the structure of your team. I also think, Leeds is better. They're more expensive and they are in a better spot, but it just changes the makeup of your team and the structure of your team because they are just much more expensive. Rafinha is like 2 million more than Ward-Prowse, or like 1.5 or something. Yeah, 1.5. Foster will hold I can't show it. Yeah, you can kiss my ass if you win it with this lineup. You wouldn't have to kick my ass if you lose. I'm not guaranteed. I don't. There's no guarantee that you're gonna win it. David, which leads player for one of is there a viable option except Rafinha? I don't think so, right? Or do you want to play one of keeper? I think one of keeper leads is gonna be very, very, very popular. So if Everton somehow wins 4-0, you can make up a lot of points by not having him. I think if you are in a good position, I think Meslier is a good pick. If you are chasing, I think you should not go with him. So da da dee da da. There are no more teams posted in our Discord. Let me check the FanTeam Discord if there's anything. Nothing in the FanTeam chat either. Is there an option that Dawson will not play? He has no safety net. I think it would be a big surprise, actually. To be honest, I don't know what's up with Ogbonna, but no, he's completely out. Ogbonna is completely out, so the only other option would really be Diop or Fredericks, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So you're fine, you're on the safe side, I think. But as I said, you could go Zuma. It's safer and it's only 100,000 more, and the upside is comparable. So I think like the offensive upside is comparable. So I think, yeah, you could do it. You have to know for yourself if you could root for someone who treats cats like this, any being like this. New team is in, Aaron. Okay, let's see. I'm excited to see it. Aaron Babam. Okay, so you changed Misli to I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. If you want if Breuer plays 90 minutes and Ward-Prowse plays 90 minutes and they get like 2.7 points and I don't know, maybe take some shots and Ward-Prowse gets like 3.5, you really want to have Foster in there as well, I think. Just so that it like if it hits, if it ends up being like 0-0, you have a really big shot. If I think there might be some Leeds stacks, there might be someone playing Misli with Ailing, for example, and paired with Rafinha. You're gonna fall behind those if you have just one of them, and yeah, I don't think it's also. You have zero money left, and I think, as I said, with such high pay jumps, having a tiebreaker on your side is a big advantage. I wouldn't do it. I mean, how much clean sheet points are you gaining by this move? Leeds has 22% and Southampton has 15%. It's like 7%. It's not that much. It's not a big difference, and you're passing on the correlation between those three. I wouldn't do it. Picking Zuma brings bad karma, definitely. Yeah, I don't know. David, I don't agree, to be honest. Ailing, good option. I think if I'm going for Elite's defensive stack, I'm probably going for Loriente together with Rafinha. I think it offers more upside. Not a big fan of correlations. Yeah, I can understand. I know. I agree. It doesn't have to be always correlated, but it in some cases it's preferred, I think. Okay, let me see. I wanted to check something else. I wanted to see how likely it is for... what do you guys think? How high are the odds for Manchester United against Southampton to end up like 0-0? It's like 6% actually. So Southampton winning 1-0 is like 5%. It's really tough, as David said, for Southampton to keep a clean sheet, but so it is like money wise. We can see Leeds, we can compare it, and for Leeds for the game to end 0-0 is like 7%, so just slightly better. It's like 1% more. For Leeds to win 1-0 is also 7%, so it's like 2% more. What do you think about West Ham Antonio, for example? I think Antonio is not in a good position on the pitch right now. It's not that he's unlucky, it's just he doesn't get into the right spot. And I think therefore it's just too expensive. I think he's always capable of scoring 1 goal, but I think in the current state, not very likely to score 2, and he's pretty pricey. Aaron has posted a new lineup. What's the difference, Aaron, between the first... Oh, Salah. Let me think about it for a second. I don't think it's good. I mean, I wouldn't play a 14 million player if you don't captain him. I think someone like Son, who's playing 90 minutes safe, has very good clean sheet chances, and has the midfield spot, so he can easily just score like 3.3 points for winning and playing 90 minutes, a 1 point for clean sheet is 4.3, and then he scores 1 goal, so you're at 9.3 points if he basically hits his like expected outcome. I think that's decent. If Sterling hits the same, you have still like, you have 9 points for 14 million, and I think it's not enough. And I think if you want to go Salah one of captain, then get rid of Southampton and Manchester City and spend then you have like 21, then you have like 28 million, 28.5 million or so, and you could go for Aston Villa, you could go for Newcastle and pick one of those. I wouldn't mind it, actually. I think it's pretty okay. Let's guess captaincy if you want. Okay, that's a good game, David. I think Salah 50% owned, 40% captain. Maybe 55 owned, 45% captain. Then Jota. Jota 15% owned, 5% captain. Ronaldo. Let's start with Salah. Yeah, as I said. What do you say? I say if Salah 55% owned, 45% captain. Nice, I love my fate. Yeah, as I said, good luck. I would be very happy actually if you take down the 100k. But yeah, Salah has a pretty good spot, don't forget it. But I remember last WCOFF, I needed Salah to score 1 and he did not. And I did not win it. I would have won if he scored 1, but they lost. Against Southampton, actually. Yeah, Cristiano 20% captain. No, I think it's gonna be he will be picked 20%, but he's probably gonna be like 14% captain or something. Kane will be. I think Kane is also a pretty good pick. I don't know. I haven't seen him picked. Him being picked once. Probably David is gonna have Kane. The way he was talking about City, and he already told us he doesn't have Salah. Kane was and will be most owned this time, I think. Okay. Exciting. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in one lineup yet. It's not. It can't be. Kane will not be owned more than Salah. I don't think so. I think it's impossible. I mean, Jota had 40% last time, and I think everyone who had Jota last time, plus a bunch of other people, are gonna pick Salah instead of Jota. I don't like Kane versus the Wolves. Yeah, I think it's tough too. I think it's tough to score two goals for Spurs, and especially you're pretty much forced into picking Son if you pick Kane, and so it's a lot of money just to have two players from like a really small total game. Now maybe 35% picked and 20% captain. Yeah, maybe. 20% captain is too much, I think. I think it's gonna be less than 15% captain. What do you think about City? Sterling. How high are you seeing his captaincy? Son is always involved in goals. Yeah. There's a 10% chance that City wins 4-0. It's really not. What do you think? Sterling, Foden, Son, Calvert? I think Calvert probably 2%, maybe. I think he's just very unlikely to be owned. I think I don't know if he's a good pick. I think it's tough to pick someone that correlates well with him. Gray's out. If I knew Townsend would be playing, I would maybe pick Townsend to go with him. I don't know. Other than that, you are pretty much stuck with Gordon. And defensive options aren't too nice either. Maybe you could do something like Pickford. I actually have a team in my monster lineup with Pickford and Calvert-Lewin. City, very good chances to win. Yes, very good. Very good. Yeah, I know, but it's very likely that it's like 10% that they're going to win 4-0. It's really high. Really, really high. If you compare it to Tottenham, likelihood of Tottenham winning 4-0 is like 3%. Liverpool is also pretty comparable to City. It's slightly less, but not much. Like they're pretty much the same up until 3-0, then it fades off a little bit. It evens out a little bit. Aston Villa. Yeah. What else do we have that's important? What is up with Brighton? Brighton is a really good favorite too, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think Foden is a tough pick. I don't think he's gonna have much. I have no idea actually about the City assets, like how they will perform captaincy wise. I have no idea. I would if I know if I'm in like the bottom 50% of the field right now, I would go with City. So therefore, I would suggest everyone to do it. Therefore, I would expect to have like 50% ownership on pretty much all the City assets, or actually the ones that end up playing, but I don't know, probably going to be less than that, probably going to be in the 35 range. Tottenham feels too expensive for not enough goals. Yeah, but you have to see that it's very compromised. If they score 2 goals, it's very, very likely Son and Kane are involved. If Liverpool score 3 goals, it might be anyone. If City scores 4 goals, it might be anyone. So you never know. So if KDB and Maris will play, so Sterling is on pens. You mean, Richie, if KDB and Maris will not play, Sterling is on pens? I think Sterling is even taken above KDB right now. So I think Sterling is second in the pecking order. Might be Gündogan too, Maurus is saying. Emerson or Sanchez. I think if you have Son, then Sanchez. I think if you don't have Son, then Emerson. Ederson on pens. Might be Ederson actually, really. I've heard I've heard it before. I don't know if you guys know, but I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, there was, I don't know how the situation developed, but there was a spot where no City player was expected to start that is usually on pens, and we were suspecting that Ederson might be taking them. That's why we picked Ederson. That was actually pretty funny, looking backwards. No one is talking about Brentford. I think they're sixth biggest favorite, and no one is even like considering them. And I think Bueno is in a pretty okay spot. If he starts and Tony doesn't start, he has pens. And he's also taking set pieces to like have the correlation between him and the central defenders. And he's starting in the midfield spot, so pretty good pick, I think. I think we can do some weekly monster lineups actually. I don't see any more questions coming. If David is right and Sterling scores 2 goals, I will send him 20-liter Timberlake. Yeah, but cherry flavor, okay? David, you actually, I like your suggestion with Calvert-Lewin captain. I think I'm gonna pick a Calvert-Lewin. I'm gonna build a Calvert-Lewin lineup for the monster. I'm just gonna, like, what's the expected lineup for Everton? I don't even know, to be honest. Coleman. Okay. Okay, let's do it like this. New Discord team from Aaron. Okay. Aaron, give me a minute. Let me finish my team first. And what do I? Okay, actually no, we have plenty of time in the monster. Okay, I guess that's all your teams look the same to me. Sterling, Morris. Yeah, I would still go for Foster instead of Misley. But other than that, I really like it. Really, really like it. Yeah, Gitmeister. I think there's a chance Salah won't start. I don't know. But actually, he looked pretty decent when he played last time. I mean, pretty decent. He had like, I think, insane moves, to be honest. But I think he's probably gonna start and won't play the full 90. But except it's like 0-0 in like 80th minute. But then he might stay. Other than that, I don't think. I think he's gonna start. It's actually a pretty good question, like which Liverpool lineup we expect, because I think Jota will stay, and I also think Luis Diaz looked very nice. I'm already a big fan, but he's not projected in, and they are expecting Firmino. I don't know. Okay, so I wanted to build a Calvert-Lewin lineup. Just to sum it up, Aaron, if that's your lineup, I think as I said, I would prefer Southampton keeper, but it's your choice. And I would, actually you have vice captain Son. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can very much rely on Son playing. Yeah, that's a very good choice actually. Very good choice. I don't think KDB and Maris will start. No, I think Gündogan might start, and I think Maris or Foden might start. I'm not sure. I like my Brentford guys, but actually, might do it like this. I like this team. Let's just lock it in. Kane cap. I'm really glad the monster is back. I have only 15 more bucks in my account. I don't want to reload right now because I'm gonna win 100k tomorrow. So that's why I'm not playing the €2 monster. But you should obviously play the €2 monster as well. It's very good value. What about Sterling starting? I think Sterling is gonna start Maros. I think Sterling is the most likely to start from the assets like that you want to hold. Talking about, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I think I'm gonna punt off with one Gündogan captain lineup. You guys know I love Gündogan, and I think there's a pretty decent chance he's gonna play 90 minutes today, and I think he's probably gonna take a lot of set pieces. Maybe I'm doing like this. Like Laporte and Diaz. Bam. Yeah, Monster is much nicer than Universal 6. I like it much more too. And Universal 6 isn't bad either actually, but I just prefer to have like 11 players on the pitch and not like with Universal 6 you're usually just relying on like 2 teams, and that's the games you're focusing in on, and with the Monster you are usually with at least 4 teams sweating, so it's much likely much more enjoyable. Guys, send me your Monster teams. I want to see how you're doing. Want to see if I have some ideas maybe to improve it. Aaron, what's up? What are your value picks? For what, my friend? For the Monster or for the WCOFF? Everything is nicer than Universal 6. Not everything. Not cashing today is definitely not nicer than the Universal 6. In Germany we call it 6 of 49 out of 49, yeah. I think there's a skill in Lotto involved too. Oh, Chilomillo has a lineup for us. I like it actually very much. I think Fornals and Antonio is a long shot. I haven't seen Fornals doing a lot lately. Same for Antonio. I don't see much. Yeah, I mean, it's not that you can improve your team otherwise. Maybe go for Everton instead of West Ham. Oh, you cannot go for Everton because you're playing Leeds. Sorry, never mind. But yeah, I don't know. Fornals and Antonio isn't like the best combo, I think. Fornals isn't on. Yeah, he's not like very likely to assist for Antonio. I don't know. Maybe I would prefer Saint-Maxime plus Wood. Oh, you cannot do that either because you're playing Aston Villa. Yeah, so I guess you're forced to go with West Ham, right? Because every other team in this price bracket is not available to you. Yeah, okay. Why not? Definitely pretty good lineup. Pretty good lineup. Very clean, very consistent. You have like 2 major spots you're looking for. You really need the Leeds clean sheet. And I think 2 spots that need to hit in order for you to be able to win is the most you should aim for. And you did it very nicely. I think you basically, if Manchester City wins in a big way and Leeds doesn't concede, you're already in a pretty good spot to get into the money. Everything else is just on top. I forgot why. I guess you wanted to say forgot. Why is Messi good? Messi is just having a lot of saves, and he has okay clean sheet chances considering his price. Lanzini instead of Ronaldo. I think Lanzini is out. Is he out? Oh, he's projected in. Okay, so he's not out. Yeah, I think I would prefer Lanzini, to be honest. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it doesn't make much. Meslier is a good pick in the first place because he just his floor is just very high. He always has those saves, a lot of saves, and for 6 million you really don't need his clean sheet. If he loses, you get 1.7 points. If he like makes 3 saves, you get like 3.2 points for 6.5 million. It's impossible for him to ruin your team, basically. The worst he will do is probably like 2.7 points, unless like Everton is gonna win, like score at least 2, and he won't have anything to save, but very unlikely. If you pick a more expensive keeper, it's just really tough to have not be in a situation to make any compromises in other parts of your team. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Unless you have some monster lineups for me. I think I'm gonna have like 1 more bullet left in my account. I'm gonna finish this City lineup, and if there's no more questions until then, I will call it quits. Actually, like Watford, I think I need a Brighton. What do I need? No, I'm not gonna go for Watford. I think I like in the monster I like Suchek as well. That's someone I wanted to play. I don't want to go too heavy on Newcastle. I have Aston Villa a bunch. No. No. Maybe again Brentford. Maybe just do it like this actually, and then what teams can I afford? Leicester is not possible. Crystal Palace is not possible. I guess I could do Watford. Dennis King. How likely is it that Tony is out? If it's like 50-50 or something, right? Aaron, you have like 10 more minutes to log in your team, and now you're asking where to find scorer odds. What do you need to know? I will tell you. Gritzy, do you want to see my monster team? Yeah, ship it. Send it. Tony is 50-50 if he plays. Oh, really tough to build this team, actually. The score odds for the monster are the same as for the WCOFF. It's just the same game week as the one, but without Manchester United. So just make the same choices. What is going on? Do I want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Yeah, whatever, let's gamble. Let's gamble it up. Gundogan captain. Who is very safe to start? I think Bowen. So that's my last lineup for today. I know that, but I can't find any. The good thing is you can see WCOFF lineups and copy some in Monster. Yeah, definitely gives you a lot of information. Actually, I mean okay, you know what? It's 7 more minutes. Let's wait until the WCOFF starts. I'm really curious what the ownerships are. Let's discuss the ownerships before we end the streams. I think it tells you something about the ownerships you can expect in the Monster, but it's still, yeah, it's different. People play much more safe than they do in the Monster lineup. Yeah, Grizi, the gambler. I know, I am a gambler. I know that, but I can't find any. Aaron, I sent you the list earlier, actually. I forgot. Just go to Discord. The link I send you shows you everything. You just have to open your eyes. Okay, 5 more minutes. Who's with me? We can take a look at the leader lineup right now in the WCOFF. Yeah. I don't know, he had a lot of penalty takers. Zaha, King. Zaha didn't work out, obviously, but I mean, I'm glad it didn't. Otherwise, his lead would be really big. King did nothing. I mean, his lineup is pretty nice, I think. Gabriel, Fere 1992, Gabriel one off defense, like so lucky to so lucky. What the fuck? I mean, really lucky score, buddy. Cornet, I said, is a trap in my opinion. 14%, I think way too high owned. Not a very good pick in my opinion. Yeah, it's crazy how successful the lineups were that had Burnley in them. I mean, it allowed you to pick pretty pricey players, but yeah, I mean he got really lucky. He had Trippier, got pretty lucky. Arsenal, it's Gabriel, pretty lucky. Coutinho, obviously sick performance, but Glorvigen, he had Gabriel as well, but that's the way you should play Gabriel, with Saka and Ramsdale. I still think it was the best choice against Wolves because they are just so. I mean, as you could see, it was pretty much the goal. The goal happened after a corner, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it happened after a corner, but it wasn't a header. That's what I'm trying to say. It was just kind of lucky it bounced the way it did and fell in front of Gabriel. Son, one off was smart. Yeah, I don't know. I actually think it's just really expensive to play one offs like that, because if they don't hit, you are dead. If some one off like, I mean, and you're not even in that great of a spot if they hit like once. And if you play one off like Weghorst and they just make you 3 points, it's not the end of the world. But if Son, who you spent 12 million on, makes 3 points, you are dead. Yeah, Gabriel is WCOFF champion. Actually, yeah, he had Jota. Yeah, I really like this lineup actually. Oh, he had Fabinho. What happened? He had Keita? What? How? Okay, that's very bad, I think. Keita? Why? Yeah, I think that's a pretty big misstep. How can you go Keita? I don't know. I mean, he must have known something, but really, really strange. It's funny how no one had like Jota plus defense. I'm curious if it's gonna be the same today. Actually, maybe I have much more leverage with picking Salah plus Robertson and Trent. I'm really excited for. I'm really curious what Nevermind is gonna play. He's like a very, very, very good player. Really would like to see his lineup. Khan is very good, I know. Glovingen is very good. Flo Schissel is very good. Teller is pretty good. Quiver obviously too. He's like slightly ahead of me right now. James, okay, must be nice, buddy. Really, fuck, how can you be so lucky? Crazy, crazy, crazy boys. Okay, 1 more minute, guys. I really hope I win 100k. I really hope I or someone of you wins it. Khan is like a philosopher. Why do you say that? Or do you mean he's like an oracle? Do you mean he's like he can see the future because he had Ramsey Ward-Prowse? Or what do you mean? Good luck, teacher. Good luck. Take it down. Okay, did it start? I think it started, right? Okay. So, that's my lineup. Mislead 7%. Wow. But you can see I have, pretty much exactly the way I expected it to be. Very high owned players all around. And actually, I don't mind it. I think, let's see how the guys in front of me are doing. Yeah. So he has picked James again. I mean, it's just so bad, I think. I mean, how can you do it? Cancelo, Mahrez. Okay, just like he just picked like whoever did well last game. Yeah. I don't know. I think this lineup cost himself a lot of EV. I think he's probably very likely to stay in the money. But I think a lot of things have to go his way in order for him to keep the first spot. And I don't know, maybe it's the right thing because he has like an 8-point lead, which is a pretty big lead actually. But I don't know. Cresswell is just very random. I think it's very tough for Cresswell to kill you. I would do Digne. I guess Digne has high ownership, 16%. Okay, I said 23. But still, yeah, Lamptey 21. So yeah, in his shoes, I would have done instead of Cresswell, I think I would have played Digne. But actually, they are kind of similarly owned. And yeah, I mean, he could not really go for Digne because he has wood, but Cancelo could kill him. James 25%. It's really, 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 really random, I think. Henry, second place has Henry. I don't know what this Cathcart. I don't know. He has Mahrez and Gunn in third place, and he has. I don't know, man. They should have come into the stream, I think. Cancelo will be salary waste. I agree. Yeah. Even for 12.5, even if you know he starts, it's still really a lot of money. Broja 20%. Yeah, I think it's just so much bias and so much recently bias that plays a role in this tournament. Just like Southampton did one game well, and everyone's like jumping on them. I think it's crazy. Glorwegen, picks Salah and Mahrez. Okay. But you see mostly Salah captain so far. Yeah, no one has Kane because everyone went with Wolves keeper. This lineup I actually like. This one is pretty cool, I think. James and Klicke, why not? Punted away. No, I don't like it. I think it's just random. bad. Triple Watford with Sissoko. Okay, I guess he expected a lot of Brighton, which is right. Oh, Flo Schissel has 3% Everton and 1%. You see, it's just like Everton is in pretty good spot, like stats-wise and odds-wise, and no one plays them. No one plays them. I really, really like this lineup. I think it's the best lineup I've seen so far. Look at this. It says he has like 0 ownership in Everton. If Everton wins, like if Everton doesn't concede, he's like very likely to win. Obviously, Sterling has to hit, but yeah. Again, James, like, what is going on? What is going on? Jimenez, just so random. Schmeichel, so random. You see, the 1K offers a lot of value, I think. Okay, Kuka, 0% own. What's up with Kuka? Can anyone tell me? Maybe is it a good play for the monster? I don't know. I have no idea why you would pick a player like this. What does Teller? Justin, one of defender. But he has Salah and Jota, and he has also James. I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. What? How high was James' actual XG in this game? Yeah, he had like 4 shots and yeah, he had decent XG, to be honest, in the last 3 games. Yeah, maybe I take it back. Maybe James is a pretty good pick, actually. Maybe I take it back. Maybe I've missed this one, actually. Alex Arnold captain with Salah and Jota. Okay. So you're paying 27 million to have 2 assists or something? What is going on? This. Never mind's team. Yeah, Watford. I guess he expected a lot of Mopé and Trossard. I don't know actually how much they are owned. I think they're pretty highly owned. 12 and 7. No, they're really low owned actually. So it's not like you create a lot of leverage with Watford defense. Teacher, my friend. Brentford. Bam. That's a good pick, man. Very nice. Congratulations on this. I hope you win it. That's a team that deserves to win, I think. This looks really good. I hope Sterling or Foden start. I really hope you don't get screwed if like Grealish and I don't know whoever starts. Yeah, I think. Yeah, wasn't there an opportunity to bring in? Well, actually, if you want to get in Son for Rafinha and then I don't know, find some money to save with Cancelo or something, but it's probably impossible, right? Kane 19%. David, you were not right, my friend. How much captain? 3% captain. Wow, crazy. Okay, let me see the other. Yeah, I don't know. I like my spot. Let's go today, guys. Let's get it. Good luck. Thank you for tuning in. It was a pleasure. See you next time, and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you liked it. I hope you did. I hope you learned something, and I wish you all the best for the weekend. Enjoy your games.